What's up, world? It's the one and only Prime Time Kappa, your boy Pop DiBiase, man. I'm just over here putting it together, about to throw up our throw up what this is all about. You guys already know what it is, man. Hope everybody's feeling good, feeling great. It's Monday, Monday. So it is what it is. All right, so here we are. Let's go ahead and get it started, man. Alrighty, up first, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. It's gonna be let's talk about the bubble, the state of the Lakers right now, man. The Lakers, I'm telling you, the Lakers. We really need to get on it, man. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying is that I really wish that a lot of people will understand right now that it is only scrimmages and everything like that, and they have to understand that the Lakers is just kind of working out the kinks a little bit and everything like that. I saw a lot of people who were over analyzing the scrimmages and everything like that, and getting a bit too excited about winning by 7 points after you had like a 20-point lead as well too. This is something that can happen while they're playing, because when you play in a bubble situation like they're playing, like the AAU situation, you tend to start getting a little bit too comfortable. When you have a crowd that keeps you going, it keeps you pumped up, keeps you just in the game, in the flow of things, then you can go ahead and can actually go ahead and win these games, man, and win them by a lot of points. But I do expect a lot of these points, a lot of these games to come down to the last few minutes and everything like that. You guys see Summer League where a team could be up 22 points and then wind up losing the game by 10. It's going to happen here in the bubble. It's going to happen to good teams with bad teams doing it to them in the bubble as well too. So I'm trying to get you guys to understand that don't take everything so seriously when it comes to the Lakers. At the end of the day, the Lakers' goal is to get the 17th ring. And the key to getting that ring is not going to be LeBron James. The key to that ring is going to be Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis leads the Lakers in points, rebounds, blocks. He also leads the team in free throw percentage and free throws made as well too. That's a damn good. That's a damn good stat line for a guy that's not even being considered as MVP. So that goes to show you something. LeBron leads us in assists, but that's literally what he's there for. LeBron is the old savvy vet, and right now he can play the role of, say, Magic Johnson, and he's the older Magic Johnson. But you can have AD play the role of a younger Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and you can go ahead and get your Showtime 2.0 going on. But this is the player that I know needs to be huge for us to really be able to move forward, and that's going to be KCP. KCP is now turned into our best defensive perimeter player, and it's a really tough title to hold right now because Avery Bradley was really good at what he did. And, even with the old Rondo, he was still solid at playing defense. But at the end of the day, though, it is what it is. The Lakers will have to go ahead and really gut check themselves at this point, and they're gonna need an all hands on deck type effort as well. I'm not doubting the Lakers will win a championship or anything like that. I'm just not leading the parade before they actually win the title. So it is what it is. That's the state of the Lakers for today. Let's go ahead and talk about some fun stuff. My man Lou Williams, former Laker, former Rocket, former Atlanta Hawk, former 76er, former Raptor. Well, you know why he's always a former player on teams as well too. This guy, it's been like this pretty much Lou's whole career. Lou does what Lou wants to do, and I know it's not really a big deal. Lou just went over to Magic City for a few minutes, to go check up on his side chick and probably and go get his wings and everything like that. Now the side chick I don't know about, but usually when you go into a strip club like that, and you're supposed to be actually just going home to go check in on family or deal with the emergency that you said she's going to deal with, we all know probably the side chick had something to do with it. So, you got to go pull up, go get some wings, put her in her place, and go from there. But, I'm just Jaws, and don't take me seriously with this. But that's the only reason why I'll be pulling up at Magic City. I'm just not gonna come for some damn wings. You know what I mean? There got to be some business for me to handle over there as well too. There got to be some money in the back that's owed to me or something for me to try to put my NBA career at risk at this moment because he's lucky that they let him back into the bubble because he was honest about it. Now, if he would have lied about it, they would have did a big investigation. He'd have been suspended for the rest of the year. I'm going to be dead honest with you about that as well, too. So my thing is like this. Lou Will, do your thing, man, but, make sure you send somebody else in there to go get your wings, man. Come on, man. You guys are millionaires. Be smarter than that. You guys always got to think that you have to be the one that has to pull up. No, 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 no. That's what the lackeys and cronies are for. So, all in all, Lou Williams learns a great lesson because now he's 10 days off. He has to be in quarantine, and the Clippers do start the season on Thursday. So, that works out pretty well for the Lakers, who do play them on Thursday night. So, it is what it is. But Lou Williams, hey, risking it all to go get some wings, and it is what it is. All right, so we move on, and let's talk some NFL. Jamal Adams, the new member of the Seattle Seahawks, and with that, damn, I hate motorcycles. Don't you guys do as well too? Just so damn loud and so unneeded. What's going on, man? My boy King James the Great, my boy James Bowers, man. The Louisiana boy, stuck in Houston, but you already know he always shows me a whole lot of love. I've hung out with him in Dallas and Houston before. Good guy, man. So shout out to him, man. So here we are, Jamal Adams. You see him, Jamal Adams. Now this guy is a very, very good player. He's graded out at a 90 right now, and he is a great run-stopping safety. And I truly do think, though, the Seahawks need somebody who can actually cover. But Jamal Adams can cover as well, too. He has some breakneck speed, and he does remind me of Earl Thomas a bit. So this will be a good start to reclaiming that aura that the Seahawks used to have. The Legion of Boom. I think the Legion of Boom is literally getting put back together. And Seahawks are playing a chess match right now. They're playing a chess game. And they're trying to win the NFC right now. Nobody's worried about having the most draft picks. That's what bad teams do who are cheap and always have to be rebuilding. Hello, Cleveland. Hello, Jacksonville. No, Seattle is shooting for the stars. They're trying to win themselves a championship. Jamal Adams, at the end of the day, could be the key piece that gets them back into the Super Bowl. They already have a team that is a Super Bowl caliber team that can make it. So my thing is like this. You have to understand, when you make moves like this, these are the moves that are made in place to make sure you get to that ring. And at the end of the day, how are you going to miss out on somebody who is going to be drafted into the late 20s and everything like that? A guy who possibly could have been a second-round pick. It doesn't really matter. Picks are very overrated, in my opinion. Because it's going to be a banger bust situation, and you get them every year. So if you miss 1 year, who cares? If you're a really good team. The Patriots have already taught you this, that you can use an undrafted free agent and turn them into a Pro Bowler. Let me give you their Super Bowl, for instance. The Seahawks, I can't remember his name right now. They had a wide receiver that was just working at a grocery store 2 weeks before he was playing in that game with them. And then you had Malcolm Butler, a guy who's coming from a Division II school. He makes the biggest play of the game and becomes the MVP of the game. So, were those guys drafted in the first round? No, they were not. Those guys were the players that fit into what that roster was doing, and that's what it's all about, is fitting into what your roster is doing. Only people that covet first-round picks are people that root for mediocre teams. That's it. I said what I said, and it is what it is. So I move on, and let's talk about somebody else. Let's talk about AB. AB said he was going to retire. Then AB said he's coming back. Then AB's like, pay me my money. And, the Patriots actually went ahead and obliged that as well, too. I don't know if the Raiders have done anything about that yet, but the Raiders were smart about that because they looked at every little detail of the contract. That's the Al Davis in him right there as well, too, because Al Davis would be super proud when he knows that he had a malcontent like that, and then he didn't need to pay him a dime. So you got a great picture here of Antonio Brown, about 4 or 5 yards ahead of the defender right here. Chris Harris, who's another all-pro, great cornerback in the league as well, too. So why doesn't this man have a job? Well, because they said he talks too much on social media, blah, 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 blah. He has a case in place that has now kind of just went away because now he's back with his old lady and everything like that, and nobody's talking about that anymore. Even another case that occurred in front of his house, nobody's talking about that anymore because all those things have been settled and done with. So literally, there is no excuse not to let AB back into the league. And I'm telling you right now, I am a staunch believer that AB will be back in the NFL this season, for sure, for sure. Now, it might not be the first few weeks of the year, but I definitely think this guy will be back in the NFL. And with no preseason games, and with the now even more of a fact that your star players are in danger of getting hurt for the rest of the season, hey, I'm telling you, AB is a very strong option. First team I will put AB on right now is going to be the Bears. If I'm the Bears, I got to go out there. I got to give myself a chance. If I say to myself, I can get one of the top receivers to ever play the game and put him with Mitch Trubisky, this will be the sample to see if this guy can prove it and be any type of value to us moving forward. Give him a primetime receiver, see what he can do with this player, and we move forward from there. They will have a dynamite receiver, and then they still have a dynamite player in Khalil Mack on the other side of the ball. And I'm telling you right now, this will really, really pump up your defense when they know that they have an offensive weapon like an AB. So I'm telling you right now, I know all my Chicago people, y'all better rock with this one right here. AB is the perfect fit for you, in my opinion, right now. You have no receivers that are better than him on your roster. Just let me know. Tweet me, send me a message. Let me know if you got a better receiver on your roster than AB right now. All right, moving on. Jaguars, yeah, I'm just saying this because the Jaguars in Northern Florida, they're kind of ideal because they're kind of like a last resort type of situation. And what do they have to afford to lose? This team is already seen as a team that's only going to win 3 or 4 games next season. If they bring in AB, they give themselves an opportunity to build correctly and then still be able to say maybe manage to get some free agents for the next few seasons as well too. They give AB a restart. They give him an opportunity to go ahead and prove that he still has it and everything like that. All they got to do is a 1 year rental on him, and then maybe figure out a way to try to either trade AB or let him go to the next team. But I would say that a team in Jacksonville's situation right now would relish to have a guy like AB. I know that they don't have a quarterback down there, but still, well, they do have a quarterback down there. Minshew is a guy that I do like a lot, and I think Minshew will be able to take advantage of having Antonio Brown as well, too. So there it is. Jaguars would be a great fit, too. These are my top 5 landing spots for AB, and my next landing spot for AB is going to be this one. It's going to be the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans know that they need themselves a dynamite receiver after losing DeAndre Hopkins, after letting him go, actually, after trading him and everything like that, and not receiving much back. They got themselves a running back that's seen as a has-been, and I guess they gave him some picks as well too. So this will be a really all-in effort, and say to themselves that Billy O.B., this is your time to shine. This is your time to try to deliver us a Super Bowl. And I'm telling you right now, if you were to give a Deshaun Watson and Antonio Brown, I think it will be a very, very awesome duo, to be dead honest with you. And the way that Deshaun keeps plays going with his feet, and the way that he's able to still throw the ball downfield, AB would relish this. It would be just like playing with Ben Roethlisberger, but having a quicker quarterback. So I'm telling you right now, this will be a hellified pickup right here. And Bill O'Brien, I know, is a very staunch disciplinarian, but Bill O'Brien needs some results this season as well too. If he's able to get this team to at least a conference championship, then he doesn't have to worry about losing his job. And I think if they were to get AB, they will find themselves in a conference championship. So think about it, GM. Think about it, front office in Houston. AB could be your fit. And then it's the Rams, another team here that was good a few years back, and they're in need of having themselves a box office receiver. And how awesome would it be to see AB do all of his little dance moves and have all his little fun right there in the end zone at the brand new stadium over on Manchester, the SoFi Stadium. And I'm telling you right now, he would sell a lot of jerseys as well, sell a lot of hype. This is exactly what the Rams will need to, get over the top. They've already gotten rid of their cash cow, face of the franchise type player in Todd Gurley. Now they can rent AB and save face and have some type of hope that they could get to the playoffs next season and this season and actually do some damage. I think Goff would like it a lot. It would make him look really good, and it would be godsend for Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods if they're able to bring in a guy like AB, because this could turn out to be one of the better wide receiver cores in the league if they are to add AB. So I don't think they need to overlook the situation. I think they really need to go ahead and look into the situation and make the situation occur. So AB, number 2 landing spot is with the LA Rams. And the number 1 landing spot is with the arch rival in the division, the Seattle Seahawks. This would ultimately put Seattle in the position as the best looking team in the NFC on both sides of the ball. You already have Russell Wilson, who's the king of the deep ball in the NFL, regardless of his height. And then you also have the fact that AB and Russ worked out with each other for a few weeks as well too at Russell's house, and I think they could make some really, really big things happen here. And I truly do think that Seattle and AB are a match. They are a match. You know what I mean? They have to do it. Pete Carroll has given guys like Josh Gordon another chance, who to me does not belong in the NFL because he's not disciplined enough to be in the NFL. He's even went ahead and got a Marshawn Lynch off the couch. Why can't you go ahead and make a deal to bring in an AB to get yourself to a championship? Come on. Pete Carroll has done this before. Pete Carroll literally saved Lindell White face when Lindell White was running into a whole lot of issues in Tennessee. Guess who went and picked him up? It was Pete Carroll, his old coach. And Pete Carroll, come on, man. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. All right, and that's going to wrap up our NBA notes for today. And our NBA and NFL notes for today. Now let's move on and talk some MLB right now. Real quick, the Dodgers split this weekend. Let me just go ahead and give you guys this information right here. The Dodgers are a team, when they play a team and they blow them away like they were doing the first 2 games with the Giants, they tend to start getting a little lazy. And the Dodgers actually outscored them 17-2 in the first 2 games of the season. And then the Dodgers were outscored the last 2 games the Dodgers were outscored 8-5 in the last 2 because they lost 5-4 on Saturday, lost 3-1 yesterday. So the Dodgers, all in all, still outscored the Giants 22-10. Does that make me worry that they're 2-2 right now? No, it does not. That just means that the Dodgers have 1 extra game than everybody else. They have today off. So the Dodgers, to me, they started off very well. It's a very confident situation. I know sweeping at home would have looked much better for the Dodgers, for a team that I feel like won't lose that many home games this season. It's the Giants. It's the arch rival. It's always going to be a 50-50 game. So there it is. There's nothing you can do about it. You just got to deal with it and see the fact that the Dodgers are got to take it 1 game at a time, just like everybody else in the MLB has to take it 1 day at a time. But regardless of anything, the Dodgers have themselves an awesome lineup. And it all comes down to the pitching rotation and everything like that. But, you cannot have it to where you got 5 singles in a game like the Dodgers did last night. Or, the day before where you got to come back from behind later in the game and it's way too late. So it is what it is. That's the Dodgers split. That's the state of the Blue Crew for you right there. I just wanted to go ahead and throw that on out there for you guys because, it's all good. I'm in LA and I got to cover my teams, the Dodgers and the Lakers. So I had to just throw that out there for you guys. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. It's time to start talking about the money, dog. The money. And I'm trying to get us right. Is it here? All right. So it's kind of off a little bit right now. This is actually yesterday's group as well, too. So I got to go ahead and I got to explain the group to you guys a little bit differently today. So sorry about that because I thought that the stuff had dragged over for me, but it did not. So it is what it is. Um, Give me a second. Putting it all together. A lot of pictures, man. You guys can bet right here on my bookie. You guys use the promo code POP. It's going to be POP. You guys can go ahead and use that as your way to go ahead and get to access to the betting and everything of that nature. Use the promo code POP. POP. You will receive up to $1,000 of a deposit bonus as well. Once you guys do sign up. So that means you have to sign up, put in the promo code as well too, and actually put in the deposit as well too for everything to go through the way that I'm explaining it to you. And pretty much we go from there. And if you do go ahead and do this, please go ahead and DM me or comment and let me know that you went ahead and did this so I can confirm with the MyBookie people. So, I can know that you're in there. So then I can put you in my little giveaway drawing that I'm going to be doing. Pretty much, sorry about that. Got paused real quick due to the bad connection. So that's what we're doing with that one right there. So this is where we are, Primetime Angles Live. Let's go ahead and talk about the MLB for today, and then the MLB. This is where what we're doing here. Up first, we're going to go ahead and take the Diamondbacks with the -105. That's going to be an early game today as well too. We're also going to throw in the Nats at -1.5 today as well. That's going to be a pretty strong play for us as well too today. Also going to throw in the under 8.5 on the Rays and Braves. I see a pitching duel going on with those two very exceptional teams. I know that the Braves won 14-3 last night. I don't know if they'll have that same type of effort going into today's game. And I know the Rays will be a little tired too because they did have to play extra innings, beating Blue Jays 6-5 yesterday. I really do see Folty out there, being able to handle his own, and pretty much this game winds up going under 8.5 in my opinion. So hopefully it'll shake out the way that it's supposed to. Now we move on and we have ourselves another doozy here. I like the Cubs a lot today. The Cubs are on the road against the Reds. The Reds dropped their first 2 out of 3 to the Tigers as well too. Some people said they didn't see it coming, but it is what it is. The Reds are still not a team that you can really trust yet, and I thought that you could trust them as well too. But actually, props to the Tigers and Orioles. You guys were able to take care of us on the dog bets on Saturday. I didn't have those two yesterday, but we did have them on Saturday. Man, we had the Mariners yesterday as well too, who did cash out. So, and the Pirates cashed out as well too. So that worked out. So that works out. That all in all, we actually went 5-3 this week. Actually, we went 5-3 this weekend in our dog bets, and our dog of the day has hit every single day since the start of the season as well too. That's no cap. I'll go ahead and I'll confirm that information with you guys in a bit. So there it is with that game right there. We're gonna even add in the Red Sox as a heavy +1.5 here. I think the Red Sox are gonna give the Mets some issues tonight. And man, come on, a team loses 14-3. You bring them back as the favorite tonight? I don't think so. I'm not dealing with that. So we move on, and we have the over 9.5 with the Mariners and the Astros. This is going to be the capper to their 4-game series. As you guys can see now, series won't end on Sundays. They might end on a Monday if they start on a Friday. So, because Thursday will probably be a good traveling day for everybody pretty much. Monday and Thursdays usually are traveling days, but traveling days will not be the same as they've been over the past few years where, you might be flying back east and you need a day off. Nah, it doesn't work like that anymore. What's going to happen is that, you flying, maybe the furthest you going is probably about 2 hours on the plane. Okay, so that's key. So we'll see how it goes. But that's the pick 6 for you. Once again, let me run it back for you. Our money lines are going to be the Diamondbacks and the Cubs. Both those teams they're not chalky, but they're not plus money either. Diamondbacks are -105. The Cubs are -125. We got our under over games are going to be the under game with the under 8.5 with the Rays and Braves, the over 9.5 with the Mariners and the Astros, and then we're going to do the minus 1.5 on the Nats and the plus 1.5 on the Red Sox today, and that's going to be our primetime pick six, which is going to be for 48-1. Once again, the odds on that are 48-1. Single what you like. All right, and then we have the MLB Dog Pick Four. This is going to be 31-1. I'm going to go ahead and add the A's minus 1.5. That's plus 160. The A's are a slight favorite there, so I'm going to take the run line. So we do need them to win by 2 runs or better. And then I got the Royals again today. Royals will be the dog of the day as well too at plus 120. So let's see how it shakes out. But circle the Royals as your bottom out winner today. Also, here goes a little bonus bet for you as well too. Play the Royals minus 1.5 alt run line as well too. So I have that bonus bet in place for you, and I will tweet that out for you as well. And then we have the Indians today. The Indians are squaring off with the White Sox. I like this matchup a lot. I know a lot of people probably would think that the Indians will probably be a little sluggish after, whooping up on the Royals like they did yesterday. And, the Sox might be thirsty for blood after getting absolutely mollywopped by the Twins yesterday. And actually, the Twins really had their way with them. Even though the Sox had a good Saturday, the Twins really abused that pitching staff. So we're going to see how it goes, but I like the Indians today with the minus 1.5. That's plus 135. And then once again, we're going to go ahead and add the Pirates to this group as well too. I think the Pirates get their second win in a row. It's opening day at home as well too. I'm going to take them with the plus 135, and we'll go from there. And that's going to give us a 31-1 ticket on the odds. And that means single what you like, but once again, minus 1.5 on the A's, minus 1.5 on the Indians, Royals money line, Pirates money line. That is going to be your dog pick 4 for today. Once again, 31-1. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the ponies, the horses, the races. All right, so here we are. We got ourselves a pretty good one today. We got ourselves 10 races over at where the surf meets the turf. And here we have ourselves a very, very good group here. We have ourselves the 10 races. Sorry about that. And we have 10 races here. In the first race, we're going to go with the horse by the name of Velvet Queen. Velvet Queen will be the one horse here. Velvet Queen is a horse that has already won at Del Mar before. So it's easy to take a bet like this. And also, Richie Baltus is the horse's trainer as well too. So when I look at this, these horses will be going a mile on the dirt. The track is seen as fast today, and I think that works out in this Velvet Queen's favor. What we're going to do is we're going to pair Velvet Queen with the 3, the 4, and the 6. The 3 horse is going to be a horse by the name of Great Return, who's going to be ridden by Drayton Van Dyke and trained by Richard Mandela. Harvest Moon is going to be trained by Simon Callahan and ridden by Flavian Pratt. And then the 6 horse is going to be Tiz Wonderfully. We're going to throw that horse in there as well, too. The OG, Jimmy Cassidy, trains this horse, and TJ Pereira is going to be riding this horse. This looks like a wide open race, but it looks like Shanghai Truffles might be a little bit outclassed in the group, but they do have the lead rider, Abel Cedillo, riding that horse as well, too. So we'll see how it goes, but I really do think that you do have yourself an ice cold trifecta with the 1, 3, 4. To be honest with you, and the 6 does loom the danger in my opinion. But if you plan to pick 5 or so, you have to add the 1, 3, and 4 in my opinion. So we move on. Here we go to race 5, and in race 5 we have a very deep race. We have 12 runners here, and I'm going to go with the 12 horse, which is going to be my shot of the day. Is going to be a horse by the name of Too Hot for Curling. This is going to be another one of these curling babies, and this is going to be actually a horse that's trained by Phil D'Amato. So Phil D'Amato is going to be training this horse, and Gio Franco is going to be riding this horse. We're going to go ahead and take the 12 and add the 12 with the 9 horse, approved by Flyby. That's seen as the morning line favorite. We're also going to add in South Beach Gal, a Peter Miller horse that's going to be ridden by Juan Hernandez. And then we're going to throw in the 3, Apache Pass. This horse is going to be ridden by Flavian Pratt and trained by Mark Glatt. And the 9 horse is going to be ridden by Umberto Rispoli and trained by Eddie Truman. This looks like a really good group of horses. This could yield a nice superfecta as well, too, if we get our 12 on top. So it is what it is. Too hot for curling right now. It's 12-1 on the morning line. Hopefully we can bump that up to about 15 to 20-1. This horse is very live because you have to understand this horse is going from maiden special weight to maiden claiming. So it's taking a tremendous drop from running in races that were 53 to $56,000. Today runs for a low tag of $25,000. That's still pretty high for maiden claiming, but still the horse takes a tremendous drop, and it's about its 10th, 11th time on the track. He has to get it today. He has to get it today. Ran well at Del Mar. That's why I'm going to make this horse the shot of the day, just off the experience alone. All right, so we move on, and we have ourselves race 10. And race 10 will be the nightcap today. We're going to roll with a horse by the name of Sarah. It's spelled with a Z. And this horse is going to be the 8 horse. We're going to go ahead and pair this horse with the 2, Cassie Bell. We're also going to throw in Tsunami Spring, who's going to be ridden by Juan Hernandez, trained by Andy Mathis. Also going to throw in this horse right here, New Heat, who's a first-time starter, going to be ridden by Jorge Velez and trained by Anthony Saavedra. And then our horse, Sahar, ridden by TJ Pereira, going to be trained by OJ Aguawe. And we're also going to throw in the 13 as well, too. This is for our Super Hot 5. This is going to be the 13 horse. We're going to throw in Rocky Causeway. But that horse does need to make the cut as well, too, because it's a 14-horse field. But I don't know if those horses are also eligible because it's not showing that right now. But I would guess with this being the last day of the week for the meet, they would go ahead and probably run all 13 horses in the race. There is a scratch with the one here as well, too. So that's going to be our top bets today over at Del Mar. And here goes my pick 4 for the end of the day. Races 7 through 11, we're going to go a little something like this. They're going to go a little something like this. It's going to go like this. We're going to have the 5, the 7, and the 8 start off for us in race 7. Then we're going to have the remember, it's race 7 through 10. I didn't switch it like I was supposed to, so don't think it's race 8 through 11, okay? So it's leg 1, 5, 7, 8. Leg 2 is going to be 3, 7. Leg 3 is going to be 1, 5, and then I kind of spread it out a little bit here. I'm going to put all 5 of our horses in for leg 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 13. If we're able to get ourselves to the end of the day with those 5 horses, we have ourselves a really good shot of winning the pick 4 later on and actually getting a pretty good price. The other day when I put out a $40 pick 4, it wound up only making $38. So hey, it is what it is. I couldn't control that all the favorites wanted to win, and then at the end of the day, we couldn't get the big shot for us. You know, I had the all bet. I hate having an all bet, and then you get the actual bet down favorite to come in and win. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So pretty much with that, that's going to be a wrap for another great show for you guys and everything like that. So hopefully you guys have been following along, following the money, and cashing out those tickets and everything like that. So pretty much it's my pleasure to do this. I'll be back to you guys tomorrow at the same time at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so you guys make sure not to miss out on that. And today I'm supposed to be interviewing Brandon Figueroa live here on IG, so you guys tune in for that one as well too. This show is brought to you by Prime Wave Media Group, and I'm your host, the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and I'll be right back at you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and you guys have a beautiful day, and I am gone.